name's Kendra and I'm here with a review of the Chimparoo Mei Tai. This is it right here. This is the amethyst colorway. And this is a carrier that we've just been loving with my newborn, and I've tried it out a bit with my toddler. So I thought I would just explain a little bit about what is unique to this carrier and how it works. So to start with, the Chimparoo has a few different ways to adjust it. You can see there's toggles on the side here as well as on the bottom. So it makes it really work well for adjusting between kids. So I'm going to show you first with my newborn. So that means I need it a little bit shorter in height as well as narrower in the bottom of the panel so that it can fit him a little better. So as I'm tightening up this part here, you can see that it's gathering the side, and I'm going to do that to both sides. Just pull it through. And one thing that I have found with this one, just in trying it out, is that the bottom toggle here has a tendency to come undone. So what I do is I just pull it on both sides until I get it about as narrow as I'd like it. So I'm just pulling the string through the toggle, and when I get to that point, I just tie a knot at the top, and that just really locks it into place because it seems to sometimes slip a little bit. And again, it seems like kind of a pain, and if you're switching between kids a lot, it might be an issue. But for me, I've just been using it with my newborn all the time, and so I just leave it cinched at that point. So it also has a lightly padded waist. You can see the padding goes from here to here, and then there's also light padding on the shoulder straps that goes about this far. Nice thing about this one is that even though it is made of wrap fabric, it does have the regular straps, so you don't have to worry about spreading the straps or getting them bunched in a funny way. It just is what it is. So now I'm going to get my baby. So baby is 1 month old, and again, it's been just our #1 carrier for a few different reasons. So I'm going to pull up the panel and keep it all the way up, holding on to the baby at all times. There's lots of different videos out there about how to use a Mei Tai. I'm just more to show you about the Chimparoo. One interesting thing that works really well for a small baby is that Chimparoo has put these loops on the sides. So if you feed it through there, it helps to pull the whole panel in instead of, so that there's no slumping or slouching for the baby. But you can always still cross the straps or twist them and tie it as you would regularly. But I'll just show you here. You feed them through the straps, and you just want to keep things nice and snug. Here, make sure it feels good. Hold it around, tie off. And you can see that he just snuggles right in. The panel's pulled up all the way. There's no bunching or anything, even though it has been cinched. It's just a great fit there. One interesting thing that I found really useful too is the hood. So typically for an older child, I haven't really used the hood very much. So this one, you roll it up all the way, and it kind of tucks right in, and you can, there's little snaps on here. I didn't roll it very tightly, but if it gets snapped on, then it acts as a headrest, which has been really helpful, especially for these last week or two. Baby has a lot of head strength, but not a lot of control, and so when he's throwing it back, it really just gives that support. But at the same time, then the hood's there, and it has been useful when, getting caught in the rain. Oh, you can pull it down, put the hood on, and keep baby covered. Another thing, they have this pocket here. It's kind of hard because it is so close and it's snug on the body, but you could put something thin or flat in there if you needed it, just as another option. I will show you with the hood up. Again, just rolling it down, and it has a couple different settings and a drawstring on the hood. You can always just hook it on and keep him tucked in that way too. All right, so I'm going to get my toddler, my 2-year-old, and try her on the back just to show you the other end of the spectrum with a larger child. All right, so I've got my Mei Tai off, and I've loosened up all the different adjusters just pulling them out so that we have as much height as we can. And I'm going to put her on my back, and I'm going to still wear it apron style. So this is apron style, this being, I guess, soft structured carrier style, I'm not sure, non-apron. So I'm going to just tie it on. All right, and I'll get my toddler here. Okay, so I'm going to scoot her around to my back. Okay. She wants to be arms out. Do you want to come in?
No.
Just for a minute? All right. All right, just tie it on the regular way here. And you can see how it fits on her. Not quite knee to knee for us, but it's pretty close. And it's really, especially down at the bottom part, if you were wearing it, the non-apron, it would give you a little more width right at the base there. And what else? It's holding pretty tight on her back. Okay, let's tuck your hands in for a minute. Give mommy a hug it down below. Okay, so you can see it's really not bad height for a 2-year-old. Covers her pretty well. You can always still use the hood and anything else from there. So anyways, this is the Chimparoo Mei Tai with a newborn and